Hello, everybody, and welcome to Talking Bollocks, episode 18. Today, we're going to be talking about aquascaping. Should be interesting. I think most people will have a slightly different approach to it. I know mine was fully from watching YouTube videos and wanting to actually recreate something I had seen pre-made before. So I will actually go first because I have some props.
Ooh.
What a rock.
I've got.
He doesn't want anybody else to pull out a prop he's already set up, so he's got to get his out of the way first.
I've got a
Lee's
chair.
pulling glue out of orifice. That's fine.
I'll just take Cameron. I'll just take Cameron back garden and just look at all the rock work I've got out there and go, oh yeah.
Lee can't glue his pipe. Lee's trying to glue the wrong pipes together.
Ooh, look at
At least he's gluing, son. It's a start.
Right, this is fucking heavy. So this is made by a company called Aquaroach, and I saw this online, and I saw that a company in Holland called De Jong were supplying it, and it was during COVID, and I thought, oh, that's exactly what I want, but it's too small. So anyway, I ordered a couple of bits, and I thought, oh, join a couple of bits together, and then COVID hit. And I decided, no, I wanted to actually recreate that, but I wanted to do it myself, but on a much bigger scale. And I don't know if any of you have looked at my tank tour or my channel on the Discord. You'll see that that is exactly what I built with Marco Rock. The problem with COVID was that Marco Rock was not coming into the UK for 12 months. So I ordered the rock, and the tank just sat empty for 12 months.
Oh.
The rock turned up, and it was like just meant to be, because when I opened the big bag of rock, there was lots of little bits. So I ordered the premium shelf rock, I think it's called. So it's not the completely sawn, flat bottomed rock. It's just the slim plates, but they're quite random shaped. And right at the bottom of this bag was this massive fuck off plate chunk that was exactly the right length to give me a bit of space at both ends of my tank. So I just had to create a base and then kind of build up the top for the cantilever. So the next job was trying to balance this gigantic, huge piece of shelf rock and make sure it was perfectly balanced. So when I sat it in the tank, it wasn't tipping or rocking. So after watching, it wasn't. I know Thane did a video on Tidal Gardens, right, where he was building a scape in what looked like a kid's sandpit. And he was putting cyanoacrylic glue in, and then he was dropping super fine sand in after activating, I think. So I used super glue and activator for mine. But it definitely wasn't his video, because that video wasn't out at this point.
Wait,
BRS
first time
did
reef
one.
for TV.
BRS did it, didn't
It must have been BRS. Yeah, it must have been, or WWC
Australia.
or somebody.
An Australian guy did it first. First time reef for TV. Bloke called Dave. He has a huge tank, but he's just vanished off the thing. He was the first person I ever saw that did that on YouTube.
Right. Well, it must have been something
And
like
it was before
because-
BRS TV.
Ah, so he was before them as well.
Dave.
Yeah. Dave.
I'll just Google that. I'll Google Dave. I think that's Australian.
I know, Dave.
And it's Chinese as well. Oh, it fucking adds to it. Well, he's
What?
Chinese
Oriental.
Dave.
Chinese Dave.
Chinese dive.
Anyway,
He just
eh,
who just disappeared.
so I started building it on its side, the rock scape, because it had to support itself, and I cannot
Died on.
believe, I cannot believe how well this and the activator actually held really heavy rock, because then I had to cover up all the super glue, and to cover up all the super glue and to make the joins totally solid, I used the eMarco 400. I think it's hydraulic cement.
Cement, is it?
Was that the pink stuff, or was that the?
No, it was just the grey.
Standard.
I couldn't get
Yeah.
the pink.
You should use that for pig. You should use that for pigging, Ron.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, who's that?
Tom figured out how to use his computer.
In all seriousness, it's really good to see you, Tom. I'm glad you finally made it on. Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about
Is he
something else.
still there? Is he still there?
Can you hear me?
Hey,
Yeah.
Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, your video is off. No, it's not. That's Zach.
Yeah. No, let's not go there. Yeah, absolute write-off this morning. But anyway, you live and learn. Such is life. Technology.
Smash it up.
It's because I didn't have YouTube. Because I didn't have YouTube comedies on. That's why.
Well, I mean, I didn't like to say anything, Tom, but
There's charisma in it.
Well, I'm just saying it now before you start having a bash.
yeah, I've
get
got a
it
whole
all
list
when
of
you
shit
joined.
lined up here.
That was, no, the camera on the new the battery cell in the new camera just decided it was just going to deplete rapidly, and I don't know why.
You
Went
need
straight
to-
down to
You
the
need to
passive
plug
one.
in. You need to
Yeah,
plug in
passive one.
before you
Yeah.
start live streaming 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah. Same as your vibrating butt plug.
yeah, but I've ordered one from Reefy AF and it's not come yet. It's probably because I asked for the extra large one.
Yeah,
That,
probably.
that is sold
Yeah.
out because you only get one
okay.
per box, and that one is mine.
Oh, right.
So, anyway,
He bought all of them.
Anyway,
I stuck my rocks together with this, which was unbelievable that a rock that size was actually supported by this.
So you
I think-
built that whole structure outside of your tank then, and then lifted
Yes.
it in, did you?
Yep. Well, I didn't lift it, and I had other people lift it in.
Sorry, I forgot. Staff.
Staff.
I was watching them like this. I was, don't you touch the sides of that glass. It
So
was
is that whole thing behind you one piece of rock?
one big lump of rock, and it's been out again since and back in, obviously, when the seam started to go in the tank, which was interesting because the guys then had to lift it out with all the corals attached, and I was like,
Jesus.
don't you frag those corals. The contortions these guys had to get into was insane, but they did it. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So yeah,
Did
that
you
is-
film that?
So
or
for
not?
everybody else watching,
Yes.
you can't do this because you need a staff of people. So everything Ron's doing, get
Yeah.
your buddies or hire staff
You've
because
got to have a telescopic forklift dropping into the
no,
office.
they're all like lemmings. You know, the minions grew.
Yes.
Despicable Me. You've just got lots of little small people that just run around like pygmies.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, I do have a staff member that probably will be watching this, and I'd like to thank him so much for his help. Fuck
Did you film it or not?
I've got photos, yeah, and actually, did I film it? No, I did. I did film it, but there was far too much butt crack.
Oh, really? Right.
I got.
You normally have to
distracted.
pay extra for that, Ron.
I
I
got
was gonna say,
distracted.
So he's just kept it for himself then.
Focused
All
on
the,
it.
all the cracks.
I'll be honest. Even if you're into cracks, you wouldn't have been into this one. Anyway, moving on.
yeah.
Oh. Brown jelly disease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like a very, very dirty clam.
No.
It was the clown's fault.
Oh, dear.
So he needed to change his filter sock for sure.
That's it, yeah.
Needs a fucking roller mat, not a toilet roll.
Have you ever seen skid marks on a filter sock?
That's what I'm saying. He needs a roller mat, not a toilet roll down there.
How did you get close enough?
Well, I was trying to film it.
Yeah.
What the arse crack?
I said it first. Anyway, moving on to Rob, you're top left of my screen there. I normally go down that way. How
Okay.
have you done your scape? I mean, I'll be honest.
I planned it absolutely meticulously. Months and months and months of planning went into it. I built a scale model, CAD drawings.
Lots of little toilet rolls, little like Blue Peter.
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely fastidious about the design.
Yes.
And in reality, I bought 10 boxes of D&D and I just put them in the tank, and I got in the tank and I started at one end and I just stuck shit together. Until I got to the other end.
That'll
So
do.
it's
Yeah.
Huh?
Is it joined? Because it looks like it's just.
No, it's not all joined. It's not one complete, because I didn't want to make one massive scape for that, just in case, obviously, at some point something went wrong and I had to take some out. But it's in quite large chunks, like the arches and that are obviously all stuck together. But yeah, I literally just made it up. So it took me, I think that whole scape in that tank probably took me like 3 or 4 hours.
Wow. And
Yeah,
what did you use to join the rocks?
I used the same, that cement stuff that you used.
And looking at it, you can really tell.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah, that's the look I wanted. I wanted everyone to go, he took no time at all to make that. But yeah, because that is the amount of effort I'm prepared to put into scaping. I just don't think it's important for me really that much.
So did you take into consideration the fish or any of the animals?
Yeah.
During the
because
process?
when I built it, obviously I wanted lots of swim throughs. I wanted to be able to break the line of sight for the fish. So obviously if there's anything, you know, when you've got large tanks, it's good for, because now that soul hole's that size, there's a lot of swim throughs he can't fit. So the smaller fish can get away from him if he turns into a dick, which he does sometimes. Yeah, so take that into account. Little caves, little hidey holes. I bought the, is it stacks? You know, the flat rock? Yeah. I think that's Julian Sprung.
Julian Sprung stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, so I bought a couple of boxes of that just because I didn't want any point loading on the floor because there's no sand or anything. So I kind of put those down and then I put the D&D rock on top of it. And yeah, that was it really. It was, like I said, 3-4 hours, done.
Superb. Well, a little thing I want to say about mine is to keep mine stable, what I did was once I'd completed the scape and the cement had dried, there was some voids underneath the base, and what I did was I turned some frag plugs upside down like little feet.
Oh, okay.
Pushed them underneath and then glued them so it a completely rigid structure.
That is a very good idea.
That's quite good.
That's very good. That
it worked really well.
You used to play with Lego. I take it a lot as a child. Well, you probably still do.
Used to, yeah. That's what I say.
Ron, I won't tell him.
My brother bought me a balloon animal kit.
Was it a bomb?
Yeah, to help cheer me up after me losing an arm.
I'm just waiting for when he tries to kill him.
Yeah.
Again. Yeah.
Just got a picture of Lee trying to do a mecha poodle.
Yeah. I can tie a balloon, but a fucking arse it. Especially when I'm...
Oh dear.
So just to go back, so Rob, you what was your actual rock side? Did you say it was DD?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Just a D&D rock. I don't actually. It's quarried, isn't it? But I don't know what it is. It's quite. Some of it's quite dense. Some of it's seems pretty porous. But yeah, couldn't get live rock at all when I was doing it. When did I do that? Sort of COVID-y time. So live rock was off the table completely. But yeah, I mean, to be fair, I used a bag of live sand, and that was it. I didn't put a live sand in my main display. I had a satellite tank because I wanted to get some bacteria in there. Other than that, the whole of that tank was done with dead rock.
And is it the concrete wood. Sort of rock?
Have I got wood? No, it's not like like the real reef rock, which had that purple-line sort of colour to it. Yeah. That was proper dense. That was
the Caribbean version,
like Caribbean live rock.
Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really. It's a lot lighter than that, but it's probably not as light as the Marco rock. What was that other one? It's the
Picani rock.
Oh, yeah, you can't get Picani anymore.
Picani was amazing.
Yeah, that was really good. Yeah,
it's got about 7 kilos that waiting for me.
Nice.
Is it in his garden?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is.
In his rockery.
Next to the trampoline.
And the heathers and conifers. Okay, moving.
So
on.
wait, but there had to be a little plan. Like you knew what materials you wanted to use. You knew what you were.
I wanted a spine, basically down the middle of the tank. That's what I wanted. Definitely. So I've got a kind of a raceway down the back and down the front, and it kind of, if you look down the length of the tank, it runs as a kind of a spine down the centre.
Is that to help with flow and detritus and stuff like that?
Yeah, really. And I thought if the corals grow along that centre spine and they grow up and out, then it still leaves, you know, the front and the back
Room at the
free
back,
for because I wanted the fish to be able to basically steam up and down like they like to. So that was a general idea. I mean, I've got corals kind of. I'm trying to think what a coral is, but I chucked one down the back because I didn't like it on top of the rock, and it's probably about 2.5 foot.
Chalice, by any chance?
Wedged in it. Nah, so I can't remember the name of it. It's like a bird's nest, I think. You know, something that just grows insanely fast, and it's just. I noticed it the other day, and I just looked and went, Christ, it's about 3 foot across now. So, but it's out the back, so I just think, and the fish are swimming over it. So at some point, I have to hack it out, I guess. But but that was my thinking, Jim, just to have the sides free and the corals down the centre, really.
So, Jim, do you want to talk about your aquascape? You've got 3 tanks now.
Got 3?
Yeah. I got 3. I got a frag tank, a display tank, and I barely do fucking shit tank. So,
that's the official name, by the way. Just before anyone asks, that's actually what the tank is called. Because it used to be I don't do fucking shit, but then he started to do shit.
It started tinkering slightly.
Barely.
He did a little bit of shit.
So you had to revise your title. I love it. Barely.
Yeah, I barely do fucking shit. I scoop up 3 gallons of water and dump it out, and scoop up 3 gallons while my water's draining from my display because the frag tank's right next to it and tied together. So I scoop up 3 waters, pour it in. That's what I do every week. That's it. So I clean the glass maybe every 2 months, and it takes me 5 minutes. And, I don't do shit. So
little bit of shit.
A little bit, barely. So my aquascaping, I plan the shit out of my aquascaping a little more like Ron. So I've got that tank that's 8 feet long and only 18 inches front to back. So my artistic mind started going, thinking I need to create illusions to make this tank look like it's deeper front to back.
Sorry, did you say artistic, Jim, or autistic? I didn't quite hear that.
Yeah, autistic.
Okay.
Interchangeable.
Right, okay.
Just
checking.
Yeah, it's just my mind just keeps going. Okay, so so I bought a bunch of dead rock from what is it, the E Marco dead rock, that's mined in Florida or whatever. The cheap shit, $2.99 a pound, and I don't know how much I bought, but I laid out a little rectangle in my garage. I got all
what's that a kilo, Jim?
I don't know. A kilo's a liter of water, so a liter of water to how much? I don't know how much that. So approximately that much. So I don't even know how much rock I bought. I don't know how much rock's in my tank. But it was going to be an open scape. I wanted it to be open, so I didn't buy a lot. I had a pretty open scape so that the coral could grow in, the fish could swim through. Now my tank looks like it's solid coral. There's barely any rock in there. So my planning was, make a couple arches, follow the 2/3 rule. So set up my tank with one side having 2/3 of a mass, and then the other side having a small mass. Since the tank's so long, I wanted to have multiple reefs so that if I got little fish, there could be habitat that they would live in. So I started forming some scapes outside the tank, and I don't know, maybe it took me an afternoon. I thought, yeah, that'll look good. One of the things I did do that I haven't heard either of you guys talk about was I wanted my scapes to be something that wouldn't stand up on their own, less rock towards the bottom, heavier towards the top, stuff like that, so that I could get more flow down through the bottom of my tank. So I built PVC structures, and in the center of the structure, I E Marco cemented 3/8 diameter nylon rod, and I cement drilled holes through my rock, and then the rock just slid right onto the base foundation. So I could have like big structures just with a little bottom, and they were stable with the
So have you got
rod through the
a pure flat sawn bottom rock onto the glass on the bottom of your tank then?
No, I don't have anything flat on the bottom of the tank.
Okay.
The PVC is a rectangular structure that's flat on the bottom of the tank.
Oh, okay.
And then,
right. Okay. Yeah.
and then, so I made it like a U, two U's with a center brace, and then right in the center of the brace is it's a nylon rod sticking up 10 inches that the rock structure slips right over.
Right.
So, and then I built an overhang like Ron, and with the overhang, I built a nylon rod, and then the PVC comes out like 24 inches. So then that supports the rock hanging out 20 inches because I have an overhang like Ron too. So so I did that, and then I glued all the eMarco rock. First I built the structures. I drilled holes in some of the rock and fabricated it. My tank has my tank's acrylic. So it's got a full acrylic top with 3 cutouts for for strength. So I had to make sure I built my structures that I could fit them through the holes in the top of the tank. So yeah, I didn't use any super glue or glue. I used all eMarco 400 cement. I used
slide together. Yeah.
Yeah, I used PVC. I know, the way I got the idea was watching a Paletta video, and Paletta said he used tile, big like 12-inch by 12-inch square tiles, and he put the nylon rod through the tile. And I just thought, and I've heard stories, and buddy Alex G had problems with it, but that was long after. But the same thing that happened to him is what scared me, is the home and garden builders, that shit they build for gardens is not regulated like stuff we want to put in our tank. So you can hear stories about one person having no problems at all with a piece of tile from the building store down the street, and then the next person, who knows what fillers the next manufacturer put in that shit. The next thing you know, you got a bunch of aluminum or a bunch of shit in your tank that kills everything. So I didn't use that. That's why I went with the PVC. So I kind of did a hybrid. I used the PVC as base structures, and then I used the nylon rod glued into the PVC or cemented into the PVC for my strength. And then I built it to try and create depth when there wasn't depth. So it looks like, maybe I built some thicker pieces in the back to thinner pieces in the front. So, I got this arch that's only 6 inches from front to back, but because I built it with the illusion of size, it looks like it comes forward 18 inches. So there was thought process in that, because I was trying to create an illusion in my tank. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes total sense, and it's a complete and utter fucking triumph. So,
well, thanks.
At any point when you built it, did you struggle to get any of it in? Because those gaps are quite small.
So my arch, I got an arch on the one side of my tank, and that's 2 pieces. So half the arch is this way, then the other half of the arch is this way, and it just nestles together. So that went in fine. The hardest part to get in the tank was the overhang, because I had to get that in the tank. It was, 20 inches long. Get that, and the main structure of that overhang is kind of like yours, Ron, where it's a base. You want all the weight over there for stability, but it's also like a tornado. So the bottom is only 3-inch diameter, and it gets bigger at the top. So I had to get that in.
Top heavy then.
Yeah, so I had to get it in and get it over my nylon rod and slide it down without a staff.
No staff.
Yeah. So no staff. So I and I didn't have like an overhead crane.
Slide it down on your own rod yourself. I mean, it's a tough day.
Yeah.
I knew somebody was going to say it. All this sliding and rods. There's no way out of the 9 foot.
No way that's going to slide through. No, it's just not going to happen. It would be illegal.
In and out at the same time.
So did you draw this out, Jim, or did you just sort of freestyle it when you were creating?
I didn't draw it out, but I knew I knew what I wanted in my head. Like
Right.
I do
Yeah.
enough. I do enough with my head like that with stuff that I had a picture in my head, so I knew what I wanted, but I had to play with the illusion of it. So it
Yeah.
was a matter of fucking with it. And the other thing is, like, my tank might be 18 inches, but the overflow is right in the center. So I've got a center portion that's maybe only 15 inches front to back. So I had to deal with like a little area that came out. And same with you, Rob. I had the mindset of I don't want anything touching the back glass. I don't want anything touching any glass.
Yeah.
So when I did it, it was okay. I only got 18 inches, but 2 inches from the back is nothing, and 4 inches from the front is nothing. So
you and Ron have both got overhangs. So when you place your corals on the end of that overhang, do you sort of mentally make a note of what you're putting there? So you don't want something that's huge that's going to possibly counterbalance your weight on the other end of it, or do you just go fuck it? I'll just put what I want where I want. Ron's put it anywhere.
YOLO. I thought about that a little, because where my overhang is the emptiness of the tank. So that's
Right.
where you kind of split 2/3 to 1/3. So yeah, I put a chalice on the end, and it's overgrown the whole end of the piece.
Okay, yeah.
And I have a gorgonia on there, so that doesn't really add any
Yeah,
weight
that's
to it.
my only. When I see overhangs, I always think, if you're going to put something that's going to grow huge, eventually the weight would it counteract your sort of counterweight on the other end.
Nice big table macro or something. Yeah,
exactly. And one day you'll come in and it's just smashed into the, like a crashed Star Wars ship or something in the tank.
Lion King structures toppled over. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah.
My problem is my chalice on the end of it has grown, and it's grown like a drip, so it's grown over it, and now it's basically into the sand, so it doesn't look like an overhang anymore because its chalice is just massive. So
wow.
Get the hammer.
Yeah.
Have you got a tank thread, Jim?
In the Talking Bollocks or in our Discord?
In the Discord, yeah.
Yeah, there's a tank thread, but I don't. There's some pictures of my tank, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just interested to have a look at your tank. That was all.
Oh, you should check out his tank tour then on YouTube. We've actually done more than one, and he does a weekend maintenance video as well, and he just goes through everything he does to maintain his 3 systems.
Yeah,
did you post the pictures on your thread in this Discord with like the PVC structures and all that?
I don't think
I know I saw that before. I think before, and
we all ran out of steam after posting so much.
Yeah. I just kind of like. I think
I couldn't remember if you posted it here or not.
I don't think so, because I just got to a point where when we came over here and you guys convinced me to take a channel, and I was like, all right, I just posted pictures of my tank. I didn't go back. I mean, if people ask questions, like for you, Liam, I'll look back and find some of my stuff, and I'll post a couple pictures. I know my Instagram, I did an Instagram video that basically overlaps my tank with just the rock with what it is now. So you can kind of see like, here's the tank and here's what it is now, and it kind of fades into just all coral, but before it was just like almost nothing.
Almost like a time lapse.
Yeah.
If you could post those photos, that'd be really, really cool. Because
I'll have a look. Thank you.
I remember seeing some of it back in the day, but it'd be cool to see it all again.
Definitely.
So,
all right, I guess.
Mr. Miller, that's a sexy ass fucking t-shirt you're wearing, handsome. I just want to say thank you to everybody here right now, but everybody watching as well. If you've bought one of these, you're sending money to the Great Barrier Reef Foundation. So thank you. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you.
That's the only reason, Ron, because I don't give a shit about their corals.
And why the fuck would you? You'll never have one.
Exactly.
So, Jason, do you want to talk us through your aquascape and what you've tried and what's worked and what's not worked?
Yeah. I mean, I did basically the same thing. Super glue, accelerator, sand, and then some epoxy putty. to hold bigger pieces together. And that's pretty much it. That's worked pretty good for me for the most part. I did have a piece topple in my first tank. It was like it almost looked like a big cup. Like the piece of rock was like this, and then it had a base underneath of it. It fell over one time. The epoxy didn't hold. But other than that,
did it do any damage?
No. I mean, there wasn't much in the tank. It was still pretty early on. The tank was only a couple months old, so it wasn't real tall, but it did fall over.
Just like coming in a clownfish is like pin to the bottom of the tank.
Did you use like the 2 little fishies epoxy? You got to mix it together and
Yeah. I don't know if it was 2 little fishies, but it was one of the normal ones, whatever the fish store had. The piece of rock that I built for the new tank, I used the 2 little fishies on that, and it's pretty freaking solid. I mean, I've dropped it a couple of times before it went in the tank, and like it didn't fall apart, so that's pretty good.
Did you do it dry then? So before it was wet?
Yeah.
Because some of those putties, the 2 parts, when you mix them, if you use them in the tank and keep touching them, they will start to really disintegrate and cloud.
It gets all cloudy and nasty.
Yeah.
I put that piece together because that was all rock that was bought for my first tank that I just had sitting here. I didn't buy any rock when I put the new tank up. It was all just stuff I had sitting in the garage. So, but it was all dry, and I just put it together, and then before I stuck it in the tub with the bacteria and stuff.
Which bacteria did you use, Jason?
Biodigest.
Oh, what, you seeded it before you put it in your actual tank? You just had it in a tub.
Yeah, I had it in a tub with a power head and a air stone and a piece of rock from my old tank, and it didn't change a fucking thing. Tank's a fucking mess.
I was about to say I did the same, but mine went really well.
Yeah, well, you're that fucking guy. Pull the horseshoe out of your ass, dickhead.
that guy.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that
fucking guy.
Yeah. You just haven't got the staff, Jason. That's the difference.
That's the problem. I don't have the staff.
Try explaining to the staff that they're going to be lowering this piece of rock into a bath. And what is this bath for? It's full of bacteria. You're soaking a big lump of fucking rock you've made in bacteria. Honestly, some of the faces, it's just like, stupid fucking hobby.
By the sounds of it, you should have done it after the guy with the back. Go on, what you said, the crack had been in the bath. That might have helped cycle it a bit quicker.
It could have been. Yeah.
Could have got some bacteria fucked up there. Growing coral.
To be fair, he probably could have done it on his own. He's a bit.
How is he now? How is he now? Anyway, is he full of Coraline?
No, he's gone.
Coraline now. He's gone.
He died.
Yeah, it's that brown jelly disease. It got him.
He just went white.
That's it. Yeah,
stripped.
Just withered away and run washed him down the drain.
And now he's in the calcium reactor.
I'm melting.
That's a little face at the cylinder.
Sorry.
This is what talking bollocks is for. Little bit.
He's got 2 little frag plugs glued to his feet.
Just to keep him stable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jason, is there anything else aquascaping you want to talk about before we move on to Lee?
No, I think that's it. I mean, small tank, small scape, so not a
What
lot.
rock did you use, Jason? I missed the actual. Was it a branded rock or just something?
Whatever the fuck the LFS had sitting there.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah.
That looked all right. I just bought whatever. I've got, it's multiple different kinds, like different textures, different weights that I just when I was setting up the first tank, it was like, oh, let's just go buy some rock. And I was just picking pieces, whatever looked cool. Right. And then I still have a little bit sitting in the garage now. So yeah, it was just all whatever's cheap.
What I love so much about this group, how different people do things. And
zero plans. Like, yeah, that looks cool.
Thank you, Jason.
That looks
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
It'll fit in there. I think that'll be okay. The fish can swim through there. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
None of that. I don't have the patience for all that planning bullshit.
You didn't go in after you'd finished though and just chop the fucking arms off of it, no? You just thought.
Well, you know.
I like how Rob doesn't get a fuck you.
He's not there yet.
Yeah.
Soon enough. Soon enough.
I haven't earned it. Yeah.
It's when you know you're
Soon
truly
enough.
loved by Jason. In fact, he'll just start with that. Although that's how Rob welcomed me this morning.
Maybe Rob and I are a kindred spirit there. You know?
I think we could be.
both
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I responded with a jizz party.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't Lee just hold on. Lee just shook his head at me.
I mean, that's the ultimate insult. Ultimate insult, that is.
No, because Lee's probably saying, I wonder how he knew what I was doing this morning.
Yeah.
So first of all, Lee, sexy.
Yes.
t-shirt. Thank you very much.
And I hope you enjoyed playing Spot Lee in the background on.
Oh, Aqua H. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a piece of fucking lava walking around.
The biggest what's it I've ever seen, Rob.
Yeah.
I think you look like something from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Fuck you.
No, that was the paleotoxins.
I thought I looked really cool. I thought he looked really nice, and I saw pictures of myself, and I thought I was so fucking wrong.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it too. Good on you.
Lee was the human pin on Google Maps.
I thought I'll get the orange one. I'll get the orange one, so it's like Apex colour, and I'll just blend in background. Oh, fucking no, I didn't.
Blend in. Jesus.
Oh dear, that's sort of Monsters Inc. Bless him.
Do you want to talk it through what you've done in the past and present for scaping? So I think you've mentioned that you actually got the scape in the tank to your left actually made for you.
Well, what it was, it's a company in Preston, not far, and it were built for someone else, and the guy cancelled it last minute, so he sold it off cheap. So what was supposed to be a 900 quid scape, I got for 350 quid.
Oof.
So
Bargain.
that's how come I got that one in there. I did used to build my own scape quite a lot, and I used to plan it out and do it outside tank. And the last one I did was for my frag tank, and I had a load of proper Tonga rock, branches.
Yep.
And I was gluing it, and as I lifted it up, there were a piece that was about 2.5 foot long, or just shy of 100 freedom unit centimeters. So you American people can understand. And it was as thick as my arm.
Wait, what?
Jim's like you, sweat.
He said it was 100 freedom units, but then he said it was centimeters.
Yeah, same thing.
Right?
Yeah.
But then he said it was as thick as his arm, and I'm thinking which one?
Yeah. 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 His
Let's
third
say
one.
that one.
The third one. That's
Yeah.
right.
So that was the main base, the stability of it.
Like those crabs with a really big arm.
Yes, yeah.
Who the fuck said the
Fiddler
third
crabs.
arm there? Who was that? Was it you, Rob?
Yes, it was. Yes.
Fuck's sake. Sorry, Lee, on you go.
It's quite all right. I'm quite used to it now. So yeah, as I picked it up off the table, this big fucking nearly a metre long piece of Tonga fell off and broke my toe. So I thought, fuck that, I'm not scaping out again. I'm not doing this shit again.
I'm going to ever a fucking story that Lee tells where he doesn't inflict some sort of death or destruction on his own body.
So what did it do? It fell on the floor and just shattered, but it hurt you?
It broke his
Broke
toe.
his toe.
My foot broke for all of it, so it didn't break, it just broke my toe.
And while he was on the floor, his brother rushed in and tried to finish him off with the rest of
Yeah.
it.
All the while the smell of bacon in the
The faint taste of paleotoxin. Oh,
talking of pallies, I've actually
Just
moved
throwing
them up there
pallies
now.
at him. Just throwing pallies at him.
he's just flicking them in his face.
And Lee's eating them up. Oh, this is good. Citrusy barbecue.
He sat there like Garfield on his back.
Oh dear.
Lee,
Again.
chicken past.
Oh dear.
Anyway, sorry.
Like
So, I've got a
popcorn.
question, Lee. Sorry, before we the one you bought. This is
Yeah.
a serious question, Ron. I'm not taking the piss. I can tell by your face. You're just going, Rob's going to come out with some shit.
Yep.
Was it ceramic, the one you bought?
All three of them are, because all three tanks have got
Right.
custom built in. But yeah,
Oh, okay, right. I just wondered. So you had no issues with leaching phosphates and stuff with ceramics?
oh, I've always said high phosphates in my tank anyway, so I don't know.
Because of the aquascape, or
Big fish, lots of food.
right?
It could be aquascape, it could be thing. But to go previously back to my breaking my toe, if I demonstrate, if that's a piece of thing, it went like that, I went like that.
Oh.
Right on a big toe.
Fuck.
Nice.
Fortunately for you, you've got 3 more of them.
Yeah.
So when you say ceramic, would oh,
I say ceramic. What?
is his mum phoning him again?
Oh, I've got a sound on it, but I don't know where my mic is. I don't know if this one's working.
He's trying to do a catchphrase sound. I just know he is because I know him too well. Yeah, I've just got you. Anyway, you can get me back, mate, at some point. It's fine. Don't worry. It's all
I'm
good,
sure I'll
mate.
think of something.
Think of something. Anyway, before you were rudely interrupted, I do apologise. I'll shut up.
No problem.
Yeah, so what is this ceramic shit? Like, I haven't ever seen somebody. Is it just like the Marco cement, like formed into shapes?
I think it's like this stuff. So it's like, can you hear
I was gonna say, is that
How
ceramic,
high-pitched it
Rob?
is? It's really high pitched.
Yeah.
That's the aqua roche stuff, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
I think
From
that's all
France.
ceramic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like ceramic.
the guy that built my big skate had spent like 5 years getting the ingredients right, so he didn't leak out into the tank. And it's absolutely superb. I love the skate, and it looks
Is that
phenomenal.
fired in a kiln then?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that how they? Oh, okay.
He makes it
Alright,
all
so
by
it's-
hand, builds it all up. The skate,
Have you got the same one as me, Lee?
I
Colin?
don't know.
R&R?
Round corner from Burskoff.
Yeah, Tom's the one who canceled the fucking order.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, I got a plan. I'm gonna fucking.
Mine were custom
dear.
active skates, I think they were called.
no, it's not the same one as mine. Right, okay. Sorry, I
Was
shut
yours come from Preston?
Lancashire.
Yeah, it might be. It might be the same one. I can't remember. It's that long since I spoke to the guy.
He's a sculptor. He's an artist. He's a sculptor.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's just got into this as a revenue stream. He does it all in his back garden in a little shed with a kiln and everything.
Yeah, the kilns across road, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, same guy.
I thought
And
it'd be
then-
good if I did one of those. You know, the big laying down fat Buddhas. I could have had one of them in my tank, couldn't I? Just laying. That'd have been
Well,
fun.
no,
Stop looking at Lee and thinking of Buddha.
well, I was just about to say it could have either me or Tom over.
Yeah, rub his
Lie
belly
down
and
and
rub his
demonstrate.
belly and make a wish. Bless him.
Sake. Right.
Anyway.
Back to aquascaping, Lee.
If I wanted bullying, I'd go back to school, you set of cunts.
Right. We're all friends here.
You can't fit on that yellow bus at that
Yeah.
that your age.
Okay.
I mean, I've met you, Lee. There's no fucking way you went to school.
I did. Who do you think told all six kiddies?
Oh God! Wow. Sorry,
Sorry, gone off on a bit of a tangent.
tangent there. Yeah.
Why is it always
Anyway.
when it comes to me we have a tangent?
I know that's what I'm thinking.
I've got something to say. Acorn.
Oh, enjoy your PP.
Thank you.
And Rob's wife comes back in. Did you just leave the tea?
Are you talking to your fishy friends again?
Tea and leave it.
No, she'll be ringing the bell for Jeeves more like.
Oh dear. Right.
I can't understand what she fucking said, but she wasn't happy.
Yeah, he just had all the people round from the store, and like I think he just closed the door, ran into his office, sat down, and started talking to us. And I think she's like,
Where the fuck's
No,
the
I think
tea?
he went to fix the tea.
Yeah, he
I
started
don't know
making
how-
tea, then remembered and came to watch.
Left, and he must have told her he was going to make her a cup, and then he forgot he even said that. Did you just leave the tea?
fuck's sake. Right, Lee.
Ron,
Now
Aquascaping.
that Rob's gone, we can get Lee's
Yeah, so
aquascaping.
you said you have actually been running with really high phosphates, but you don't know if it is actually connected to the rocks.
the fuck was that?
That's Rob. He's sweeping up now. There he is.
Did you fall away, Rob?
He fell down coming out of it. Fell down the hole coming out of the
No,
toilet.
he fell off. He fell off.
Just had to climb out the pit.
Fell off the stair lift.
Oh, you bitch.
He's got one of those chairs that lifts him up into his
That's
tank
it.
room.
What happened is he asked his missus for a Hannah for Christmas, but he got a Stanner stair lift instead.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Rob's second hip's made out of ceramic, isn't it? Anyway, sorry.
So we almost got back to aquascaping, but then unfortunately Rob came back.
Come back. More abuse.
We talked about you bringing your wife tea the entire time you were away.
And I can hear what you're saying when I'm having an acorn.
Right, Lee. Phosphate, aquascape.
Yeah. But yeah, to answer your question, I've suffered from high phosphate all the time I've had tanks. And I don't know if it's just heavy feeding or the aquascape or what, but lads can sorts it out, so that's all that matters.
Rob can't control himself. Acorn.
Imagine I could just imagine one of these advertisements on TV. You got high phosphates, sick and tired of hard phosphates, with an American accent that I'm not going to try and do. So apologies. You need lanthanum.
And that's there.
Anyway.
Oh
Sorry.
dear.
So do you want to explain why you're laughing, Rob?
No.
No, okay.
I don't even know why. Just had a fit of the giggles. Oh dear. Sorry.
I don't think he went for a piss. I think he went for a hit of a bong.
Oh dear.
Right.
It's been a long week. Are we still on Lee, are we? Lee's got that face. It's like, for fuck's sake.
No, this is what I look like all the time. We're having this conversation last night on chat with Carl. I always look aggressive, and I don't mean it. It's because after having my face rebuilt, muscles don't fucking work right. So I always look aggressive when I'm not. I'm just proper chilled.
I don't think you look aggressive at all. Who the fuck said that?
Carl said it last night, and with Rob just mentioning that, I look pissed off.
That's his resting bitch face. Sorry.
That's it, yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with regards to aquascaping, Lee?
I want to ask you what it's like, and I'm being serious. We all take his hats off to you, no pun intended, with your disability, with running the tanks and doing it how you do. But in terms of in terms of aquascaping, is it something you think you could do?
Yeah, the only reason I've got customs is it came up at right time, and as I say, when I dropped that piece on my foot and broke my toe, I'm like, I'm fucking doing that again. But yeah, the old frag tank had full aquascaping it I'd done myself and built myself from scratch. These came up at right money, so you're like, you know.
It's fucking. I can't do this. It's Rob.
Playing blaming me. You just cracked up laughing.
As soon as he said go, you are just about to go. I fucking broke my toe. What did you do? I dropped a bad Tonga rock on it.
Oh dear.
Oh. Okay.
Sophomoric.
Yeah. Liam, never a time has been more pertinent than right now to talk to you about aquascaping, because that aquascape in the background is how old?
About a year now. About that.
And what about your new one?
About a year old.
Oh, hold on.
Just swapped it out.
You working it out, Ron? You working it out?
Yeah, I'm now.
Same one. Same one.
It's the same one.
Fancy that.
So let me guess, Ron, you thought that was a completely new scaping put in?
Yes. 100%. So talk us through it, Liam, and how you made it, and is it all in one piece?
No, so it's 5 separate pieces. Yeah, so I got a bit bored of waiting for my tank to be built and got a bit creative watching a few videos on YouTube, as you do. Thought I'd have a go myself. I bought 100 kilos of the Carib Sea life rock from a friend of mine that shut his tank down, that now Lee's got. And just started building it. It's almost mostly made out of arches, caves,
100 kilos.
and sort of
Does
bits
that
of
sound a
rubble.
lot?
But it's
That
Carib
lot.
Sea rock is really heavy.
It's the
is it?
concrete. Yeah,
Okay, right.
it's really dense.
Really dense.
Yeah, it hurt if you dropped it on your toe. It's
Fucking right, it would.
Funny enough, Liam, your mate Matt's just messaged me right now.
he did that
That's
with me as well. Yeah,
And this guy who bought tank offer. Just as you said his name, it fucking popped up.
So hold on. You bought rock from this guy, and Liam, you bought a tank from him.
I bought the
Other way
tank, he
around,
bought
but
the
yeah.
rock.
Okay, which tank? Which one in the garden is it?
It's not, it's the one there, the big one.
Oh,
Fucking garden.
sorry, Liam.
that's okay. Yeah, so we just sort of planned it all out. I went full Sado and built a PVC tank, the same size, mapped it all out on cardboard on the floor where I wanted it. Because the original tank had a what's called the flow to go design, which, long story, doesn't work. And I needed it to be as open as possible for the flow to go under the scape and through the arches and get to the other end to then return back. So that's where the idea of it came from. And we just sort of, Marco cemented it together and realised that wasn't enough. I needed more than one bucket. Tried the Aquaforest, and yes, really good. I can hold each piece up upside down and dangle it around, and it doesn't break. It's good stuff.
So that's 5 bits, is it, in your tank there?
Yes, it's each bit is 5 separate pieces, and it sort of all fits back together into one. It was same as what sort of Jim had with. I had certain size holes to get the aquascape in.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it all in one big lump.
Ron.
It's literally like sitting in a room with a fucking child.
Take your chairs to the hallway. Both of
Seriously,
you.
face the wall.
Get out of here.
All he said was different sized holes.
Detention.
Oh dear.
Detention.
Has it been a while? Has it been a while, Rob? Has it been a while?
Yes. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah.
My God. Sorry, Liam. So, your tank has different sized holes. What? And is it Eurobraced?
Did. Yes, it's
Ah.
Eurobraced. Yeah.
Okay.
So to get it into the gaps, I had to make sure it fitted inside the different sized holes.
How many holes are there? 3?
2 now.
2.
Missed anatomy. What is the distance between the 2 holes, Liam, if you don't mind me asking?
I've not measured this one.
Oh, okay.
Size of the
They're
perineum.
quite large. Yeah.
The Biffin's Bridge.
It's about, I'd probably say about 2 by 2.
has absolutely lost it.
Oh God.
Oh my God. Right,
Oh,
Liam.
blimey.
The holes are just under 3 foot.
Okay.
Wow.
So you've got a centre brace.
Yeah, centre brace.
Oh,
I'm glad this is being recorded, so everybody knows why. Like, I'm going to die in a minute of like an
Yeah.
aneurysm.
oh God. Right,
least
I
it's
think
gonna
I'm
be-
over it.
The Diffins Bridge.
Oh, you're encouraging it now.
Legend has it there's trolls that live underneath it. Right, okay.
Sorry, Lou.
It's okay. It's sort of same design with the we said about the flat pieces on the bottom. I put silicon on the bottom of mine to keep it open, so I didn't get any detritus building up underneath.
Ah.
Kind of worked. Some of it came off, some didn't.
So before you put the rock in, you put like feet of silicon on.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
That's a good idea. I like it.
Yeah, never heard of that.
So you guys who use the bare bottom, Ron, you put a piece of in the tank. You have a piece of polycarbonate or something. No, it's under it.
It's
Do you guys worry about
white vinyl stuck to the outside?
Okay. So do you guys worry about with not nestling the rock into sand or anything that you're not like putting break points? I mean, I've never heard of anybody shattering the bottom of their glass from too much weight, but
That's why I put the silicon there, just to soften it a little bit.
And that's why I've got the frag plugs.
yeah, so you don't have like a sharp point that's carrying a burden of weight.
No.
Somewhere, probably.
That's interesting. So did you use specific reef safe 3 times the price silicon, Liam?
I stole a tub from my aquarium manufacturer.
Stole.
Well, it was built, the tank was
Let's
built
edit
in the
that
house.
out.
That's
It was just sitting
call
there,
that tactically
doing nothing.
acquired.
Yeah.
Call that tactically acquired.
Well, when I say,
That's it.
yeah, he left it behind. Yeah.
You left it behind.
Oh.
As you
Oh, so
do.
you built that in your house, did he?
Not this one, the original one. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So as
So that
he
one
was
was made
building it,
offside.
the tub of silicone he was
Yeah.
using disappeared.
They turned around to do the last pane. What the fuck's
Tactically
that?
acquired.
Where's the why is there an aquascape in the tank? I've not finished it yet.
The fuck?
Yeah, shit.
This lad's keen.
Which one of the 2 holes did it disappear into, Liam?
That one. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
front
silicon
one.
on the bottom.
Yeah. That's about it, to be honest.
So did you draw it out or anything? Plan it?
I had a rough idea of what I wanted.
Right.
Similar sort of thing with Jim. I had a vision
Yeah.
and sort of built it up, liked it, and then me and the missus sat there at 11 o'clock at night, cementing it all together.
Oh, no, that is romantic.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly that.
I've often thought about
Well, the
my
trouble is
missus
that
at night
stuff
and
goes
some
off so
cement.
quickly. Yeah. Whenever I did it, it just went off and went solid. It dries really quick.
I was amazed how quickly it set. I mean, I came in the next day expecting it to still be even just, a slight skin on it, but it was rock solid, fully cured, done.
Yeah.
It was.
Wow.
I am a
I bet
fan
the
of
staff were happy as well because you told them to stay there all night holding it.
Yes. Yes.
It does that stuff does tend to get really warm before it goes hard, doesn't it?
That's the one. Yeah.
I didn't.
Is that Aquaforest or?
The cements.
I
Yeah.
didn't notice the E Marco getting.
No, I was going to say, I didn't know
exothermic
any
reaction.
heat.
No.
The Aquaforest one does.
Hydraulic cement normally does get warm before it cures.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can actually that stuff will actually cure underwater.
Yep.
Like it'll cure underwater without any problem.
Yeah, that's what this one says on the. I don't recall any heat.
No, I don't, to be honest.
Yeah, but you're in Scotland, so.
He's got you there.
No,
Yeah.
that would surely mean I would feel heat even more.
Not if the environment was like -20. It's like the average summer temperature for you.
Well, this year, honestly, most years I say people in Scotland need to shut the fuck up and just accept that we've got a beautiful country. But see, this year we genuinely have reason to moan about the weather.
Yeah, Ron complains about the weather. 16, 14.5, 13.5, 13.5. I'm like, what is he bitching about? I look at Scotland's average temperature, 13.7. It's like, what the
Yeah, always over average.
It's a huge difference.
People think big.
Yeah.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, I just want to give a very happy birthday to Russ, Mr. Taters, who has just joined the stream.
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Mr.
Russ.
Taters.
Happy birthday.
Birthday.
Do you have to sing? Do you guys sing the same song we do, or you got your own song over there?
2 edits so far today, both lead.
Look, it's going to be Rob laughing.
No, that's staying in.
Oh.
We're
Especially
tagging the shit out of his fucking channel, too. You want to see the real Rob?
It's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. He's
And
lost
Rob
it.
in his videos.
I did offer Rob to drop his logo at the end of this, and he was like, no, you're okay. Oh, I'm happy to drop any logos anyone wants. So, Liam, is there anything else you want to talk about? So, did you go straight? Did you say you went straight from setting the rocks together to the cement, or did you use the super glue and the activator in the sand?
No, don't use super glue at all. Straight cement.
Just straight to the cement. I couldn't have made my scape without that instant super glue bond to then have that big cantilever. To then
I
put
used,
the mortar in.
I used some zip ties. So I used the cement and some zip ties. And
I did
then
it piece by
supports.
piece. Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, Liam, did you? So I used my tank was brand new. So when I I finished my rockscape with dry rock, I just used my tank to cycle the rock over like 2 months, 3 months. Did you do anything pre-tank with your dry rock then?
No.
Or did you just, so same as me kind of?
Just chucked it in. Yeah.
Yeah. Put a couple pieces of good rock in and maybe some other probiotics or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I took a bit of rock out of my other tank. Put that in the sump. For a bit
So
of
what about like
biological help.
people? I mean, we're not talking about this in scaping, but I know people have given dry rock a bad name, bitching about how they struggle with it. Like my tank struggled with it a little bit too, but I'm kind of just that's what's going to happen. It's just a patience thing.
I think it just takes longer.
Yeah, after about a year, my tank fucking took off. Like it was almost like better than a normal tank. But it just took
a bit
time.
of a struggle with dinos. They were a bit of a pain in the ass. But no, apart from that, they're all gone now. Big UV in the display, and that seemed to have sorted that out eventually. It just took its time to go through the cycle.
Yeah, I think it just takes a lot. I reckon it takes twice as long with dead rock as it does with live rock, really. I just think everything needs to be done slower, like the ramping up the lights.
Yeah.
You know, mine took a year, really, to cycle.
Mine took a year too.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing. I think I only had a 6-hour light cycle for a while. I had some algae issues. Yeah. I had my fish in there, but I didn't add a lot of coral, just maybe some LPS here or there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. If you can take your time, but I think that's the thing, most people, especially if it's your first tank. And yeah, I mean, the other thing is, it's nice to have live rock, but it's not available, is it, most of the time?
No.
You know, it's not like you have the choice.
Yeah.
It's expensive.
I don't know anyone around me that sells live rock.
No.
Do your fish stores not have, do they not have a vat where they've put rock over and over again?
They sell it as live rock, but it's seeded rock. It's the aqua live rock, whatever it is, that's just been bacteria cycled. It's not live. It's seeded.
Well, that's live rock. It just doesn't have all the critters.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite as live as we want it.
No.
Not live enough.
It's like monoculture live rock. It's just got one type of bacteria on it, maybe.
Just human shit.
Yeah, just yeah.
Yeah, I had a really good start with mine. I had about 6 or 7 days of a tiny little dusting of diatoms. Diatoms went away, put corals in, put a couple of fish in.
We've been there. What that guy? We've been
You
there.
are that. You are that guy. Clearly, definitely.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if Mike's going to put his mic on. Mike, are you there?
I am here.
Hey,
Hey, Mike.
So,
Hey,
the only tank we really know you having is your spawning system. So, do you want to talk through that in terms of aquascaping and what you did? Because obviously, that's a major project, and flow is going to be super important.
So I actually have two other systems in the house, but they're all designed basically the same. And they're designed around flow. So essentially in all my systems, I have circular gyres. So I push the water in a circle around the tank with power heads basically opposed in each corner, so that they're pushing the water continuously in a cycle. And then it inverts and goes the other direction every like 6 hours or so, basically kind of like a tide. And so I build the tank around that concept. And so I'll have like the rock towards the center and the water being pushed in the corner, and like the center of the tank basically is a swirl. So the two tanks I have inside, both of which I'm shutting down shortly because I'm moving, are set up that way. One is like 8 years old, and so literally it's just a pile of rock in the center of the tank. The other one I actually did the super glue and sand method, which works really well, but I didn't do the E-Marco over the super glue and sand, and nothing would grow on it. Like where the sand and super glue was, no coralline, nothing would grow on it. So it was kind of interesting. For the coral grow out system, essentially I switched to tiles. So calcium carbonate tiles on the bottom because I wanted something I could remove easily in case of pests and things of that sort. And then the actual corals are sitting in little concrete bundt cakes. So essentially mini bundt cake molds that have concrete poured in it. And then I like basically, soak them in RO water for about 6 months until they no longer are producing a ton of like calcium hydroxide. And then the corals actually sit in those, so I can remove them and do whatever I need to them the entire time. And that's
I'd like to
basically
get a
it. That
batch of
system is
those
very
from you
simple.
eventually.
I'll probably have to make more when I reset up after I move, so I'll be happy to give you some of those. They work really well.
I like how they've got the flat bottom and then the little recess for the acro frag is great. A lot of nice area to encrust and then start branching out.
And they're heavy, so they won't fall over easily. So, and pretty uniform, so you can put a fair number of them together if you need to, and things of that sort.
It's funny, Bernadette and I were watching a baking show the other night there, and they were making bundt cakes, and the only thing I could think of was might be. It's the only time I've ever heard the term.
I don't know what it is.
So it's a domed cake that then has a dent. Well, some actually have a hole right through the middle.
Yeah.
No.
But instead of a foot across, they were 10 inches across. These are like 3 inches across.
It sounds like you describing an arse.
It does kind of look like a butthole.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I got it now. Now I've got it. Right.
You got to put it into terms Rob can understand.
That's it.
Thanks for your input. Thanks for your input, Rob.
Yes. Think like 50 to 100 cement buttholes with corals growing out of them.
Right.
That's a lot of buttholes.
That's a party.
That's a weird image now in my head.
At least getting excited.
Very strange image.
Some brown slimer corals.
Pinch it off.
Well, Mike, before we move on to Mr. Dub down there, when you do move, do you have any plans? Obviously, you're going to set up a spawning system, I hope. But do you have any plans for a personal reef tank?
I don't actually.
due to my job, I have very little free time, and I've kind of figured out that I can only really do one tank. So I'll have initial setups where I'm going to do like 2 or 3 quarantine tanks to quarantine the new corals I get. But as soon as like I'm at a like set number of corals, I'm just going to shut those down as well. It's just too much time intensive trouble to manage a bunch of reef tanks for my job.
Yeah, just take time.
I think it's a good
I-
idea to simplify things.
Yeah, I will say for the tiles, I had zero trouble with them. So the calcium carbonate tiles, no problems with trace metals or anything like that. And I've run an ICP every single month for 2 years, and I've had no issues with that. The only thing I did have issues with, I used some of the little frag racks made out of whatever, the pre-made ones, and those actually leached a fair amount of stuff, vanadium and other things of that sort. Ceramic, that's what I was going for, but
Yeah.
nothing significant.
Well, those tiles are the same stuff. I don't know if you follow that I can't remember the name of the company in Florida. Every single
Rad.
tank they do, they put the back wall of those tiles on. And he said he's been using that stuff for like 25, 30 years and never had an issue.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
guess
I've had
just got to get the
zero
right
issues.
stuff. Yeah.
Like over here, you can buy it. The travertine tiles, you can get them off Amazon for like $20. You get like 8 of them. So, I mean, I think they're pretty nice because you give you a nice stable base, and you can. What I do is like glue on piece of like dead rock onto the tile, and then I like drill a hole in it and put a coral on it, and that's also a nice way to do it as opposed to doing the bunch cakes. So.
So did you ever get anything to grow on your super glue sort of stitching on your rock or not? Is it still like a big
No,
white
it never
stripe?
grew. I mean,
That's weird.
yeah, it's exactly what it
weird.
looks like. Yeah, it just would not grow any coral in at all. So the Marco thing you were talking about makes a lot of sense to put that over it.
Yeah, that's bizarre.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
because when you
I
stick a
couldn't
frag
make any
plug
sense
on with
out of it.
super glue, it grows over it, doesn't it?
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Strange.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay,
Another mystery.
yeah, Mr. Dub, do you want to talk through your aquascaping? Obviously, you've got more than one tank.
Yeah, so I am gonna do a screen share here in a moment. I have pictures from all three. So I'm gonna
Everybody
start out
get
with
ready
the
to draw decks.
fuck.
Right.
Oh, this would be interesting if you open something you shouldn't
I
do.
was going to say, yeah.
I'm
I'm just waiting for the porn hub to pop up.
So I used 3 different methods. I used cable ties, super glue, as you can see here, and inside to help fortify. I actually used I think they're fiberglass rods based on like whenever you cut them, they would get like super strandy. But they're called driveway markers, and so like I would cut up a section of driveway marker like a few inches, and it would go in both rocks, and then I would super glue it, and then I used an activator to help make sure that the glue would set immediately. I did
What
this.
sort of rock is that, Zach?
That's Tonga shelf.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, legit Tonga shelf. All this was. These were just some sort of rubble rock, not rubble, but just generic. It's not like E-Marco anything like that though. But so this was a vat that I was growing them in, and then same with this. Like I would heat them, had water flow, and at the time I think I was using Microbacter 7, which I ended up finding out was actually just I think it's like bacillus based bacteria if I remember right, which is kind of a letdown. But
Is the screen
nothing
share
crazy.
working for everybody? Mine looks like it's frozen on thumbnails.
Yeah, mine
Oh,
is too.
shit. God damn it.
Yeah, but all we're seeing is your thumbnails right from the very start. Is that?
Motherfucker. All right, give me a sec.
Oh, the mouse cursor moved there.
What the fuck? Whatever. This is a letdown. I'll cancel it. How do I do that?
I have no idea. You need to stop screen. Oh, annotate.
Are you drawing, Ron?
Control Shift S.
Hey! Oh, just a glimpse. What a tease.
Sorry, on you go.
No, you're good. Everyone's good. So back to the 80. I'll just describe it, I guess. Back to the 80. I had Tonga shelf rock and then a mix of just different types of rock that I would cable tie, I super glued, and I had fiberglass rods that would help support it. For the 75-gallon, I did bedrock from some Florida guy, not Marco, it's someone else. It's like Mind Rock. Um, it was okay. I mean, I'm still having issues with it. Which is weird because like the 75 and the 80 are all tied together in one system. So you would imagine that there would be a little bit more bacterial stability between both tanks, or shared between the tanks, but they're really not. It's almost like individual still ecosystems by themselves. It's weird. Because like I'm having a major bubble algae issue in that tank, but not in the 80, and vice versa. Like I'm having like coralline algae grows super fast in the 80, but not in the 75. I don't know.
It's weird.
So
They share the same
75,
sun.
yeah, shared sun,
Nice.
everything, shared water.
Same lights.
It's on the same day. Yes, well, same daylight cycle. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It is weird.
It's
it's weird.
bonkers, isn't it?
It's weird. Yeah.
But 75, I tried something different. Instead of driveway markers, I used polyethylene tubing to act as like a spine for the backing. So I got cement, like a cement drill bit, and drilled holes through the rock, and then lined this almost like a spine for this rock. And then I would end up super gluing them all together in kind of like these arches, and stuff like that. And I don't know, it's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's I don't know, it's a little different for me. Every tank so far, I've tried doing something different. Like the 20-gallon, I bought Life Rock branches, and then also carried with like curbs, like another brand of branches, and I don't know, it's all right. I end up using zip ties and super glue for that. 75-gallon has sand. I'm not a huge sand person, but I want to try something different. But the 80-gallon and the 20-gallon are bare bottom with high flow, just to keep the detritus up suspended. So I don't know. Yeah, that's about it.
I just want to pour out a little 40 right now for Nakatomi. If everyone can just take a minute for me.
Wife actually brought that up. She brought that up yesterday. She kind of missed it, being able to look inside and seeing all the critters, all the bugs.
It was very cool.
But
I loved it.
It was cool. Yeah.
yeah. But no, I'm actually thinking about doing something else. Turning the cryptic 40 sump into a grow out tank. I want to grow a tank, a proper grow out tank now.
More tanks.
So we'll see.
When is the basement pond starting?
I don't know,
Come
man.
on.
I've been teasing her about that. She's not a huge fan. She understandably so. So for those of you who don't
film, The
know,
Walrus. What was it called? Is it just called Walrus, the film?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Tusks. Called tusks.
Tusk. That's it.
Tusk.
But
Not a clue.
I have a 300-gallon Rubbermaid stock tank down in my basement right now that I'd like to turn into something like a lagoon, but
Yes.
we'll see.
Nice.
The Warner Lagoon.
Yeah.
Come on, Alyssa. If you can hear me,
Where-
come on.
Where's the end?
There is
Never
no end.
ends.
That's the
Never
beauty of
ends.
that hobby. It's amazing.
Throw a
Yeah.
firecracker in it; it'll end.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do with your £300 Rubbermaid, Lee? Is that still down in your basement?
My what, sorry?
Your £300 Rubbermaid.
What, the inflatable one?
The
The
walrus?
kids popped it.
Does he have an inflatable walrus in the basement?
News to me.
Is that why he built the big sump?
It
That's
has
it.
impressive
It's
tusks.
just hanging on to them tusks.
See, listening to everybody start to dawn on exactly what Rob actually meant at the start.
Oh, leave him alone.
Oh dear.
Right.
Good job I got
Right.
thick skin, ain't it?
So, well, do you have thick skin? I know what it smells like.
Yeah, babe.
Bacon.
Dear me.
Mr. Brooke, do you want to
Yes.
talk us through? Yeah, thank you for joining, by the way.
It's all right. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, it's
you know
nice.
So,
Let's
Tom
hope
is
it's worth the
from-
wait, eh?
Well, that's time. See you later.
that. Bye.
So, Tom is from DB Pearls. He has his own YouTube channel. If you send me your logo, I will drop it at the end of this episode, unless you would rather
Ron,
pretend you weren't involved.
Ron,
Yes.
I also have my own YouTube channel. Not once have you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, what the fuck?
God. Deadbrother.com.
What a
dick.
fucking cunt!
Yep.
Nicely summarised, Jim. Just cut through the shit.
Wow.
Send me your logos. I'll drop them.
As usual, it's Ron's fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tom, do you want to
Yes.
talk us through? So you mentioned that you got your aquascape made for you.
I did. Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through who you got
well,
it from? And
I've actually found a picture of it on his website when he did it. Hang on, let me see if I can do this.
either screen share or you can send it to me via WhatsApp, and I'll drop it.
Just screen share, Tom. Nothing would possibly go wrong.
Is it a power? It's a PowerPoint. We got a PowerPoint.
That was. So that's the. Can you see that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's definitely the same guy.
So that's the left-hand side of my weir at the minute, and the one. So what he did. So what happened here is I had a Red Sea 625 XXL that I bought in COVID. Yeah, about COVID time when we were all sat at home and couldn't do anything. And the skate that was in that one was, from memory, was this one that it did me. Yeah, that one. That's not finished, by the way. That's one I've got off him on my Red Sea tank. So I had that on my Red Sea tank, and then when I went to the 9 foot that I've got now, I wanted one that looked the same. So I emailed him the dimensions of where the weir was, and that's what he came up with.
So what's it made of, Tom?
So it is ceramic. So
Okay.
when you go to the, I think it's on. Let's have a look. It talks about ceramic, blah blah blah, but I had an absolute nightmare with it in terms of phosphates and silicates. Yeah, it wasn't the easiest, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it took him. So I've got some more in here. I think. Let's have a look.
So did you put
So
it
that was
straight in your
that's-
tank? You didn't try and leach
No,
it out
well, the
before you
prob-
put it in?
Well, the problem is that it's so the scape altogether is, I think it's somewhere around 6 foot from one end to the other, and it comes in 4 pieces, and it's very delicate. Like Rob was Ron, sorry, was showing it. It is quite hard and makes a bit of a nice noise, like well, obviously ceramic, but yeah, it's not something you want to be forcing into a hole. All jokes aside, that doesn't want to be.
Not a lot of giving it then, no?
Not a lot of giving it. Are you seeing this, by the way? That I'm pushing up?
It's frozen on your files now. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's moving now.
All right. What about now?
What's that, Sue?
You see that? Are you seeing that or not?
Oh, yep. That's
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is your current tank.
Yeah, that's it. When it was in the tank before it had water. So the one on the right hand side was out of me. So the one on you can see there's a slight difference in coloration, because the one on the left was brand new and the one on the right had come out of another tank.
You look like you got reef dog trapped in the corner of your room there.
Yeah. But I did it so it was definitely not touching any glass. So I don't wanted fish to be able to swim around the back. I take it you can still see that.
Yeah, that's rocky gravel.
Yes, it's it's like calcium reactor media. I've got it. It's actually made by Aquamedic.
Is that aragonite stuff then?
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Buffer. Vic uses it WWC for his tank.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he does. It's the same one. I wanted I didn't want to go bare bottom because the missus.
That's why he's wearing his hat, Ron. Got a lot in common, them two.
Yeah. Funny. No, I went with a heavier substrate. What else we got? Yeah, that's it before it got wet. Yeah.
Fuck's sake, Rob.
Rob is having the time of his life.
He is. Loving it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. I don't think I've got any more, actually. Oh, that's the garage when I smashed it up.
So, do you think, I'd like to know you guys' opinion. Do you think the aquascapes of now are going to be easily recognisable in the future of being locked into what people did now, if that makes sense? So, BRS, it got into so many people's heads, and so many tanks look quite similar in terms of
that negative space thing they come up with.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that. Yeah.
Well, I did my previous tank, the 8-footer that I had before. Well, the 8-footer they had before the Red Sea. I did quite a bit of research on it, and what I learned from a previous tank was I'd always had a scape that was a bit like an upside down pyramid, and obviously a reef is normally the right way around pyramid in terms of shelving off. Because obviously as things grow, you don't want stuff to be shading it. And when I did it upside down pyramid, all I did was I had corals on the top that shaded everything, so I couldn't put anything anywhere else on the rock work. So I wanted a rockscape where there was lots of flow, obviously, so I was going to go mainly SPS, well, only SPS, fish, and it was easy to be able to access. Because I've had stuff before that when it grows on the glass, it's not for me. I like it away from the glass, so I wanted stuff to swim around it. So I wanted it as narrow but full to be able to fill the gap as much as possible, and also still have room for fish and corals to grow out. So it's quite a narrow scape. Again, same sort of context as like Rob and some of the other people have said, like a spine almost. So it pretty much does sit in the middle of the tank, in the footprint of the tank.
We will need to get a tank tour organised with you, Tom, because I'd love to see more
certainly.
Your filtration. Is it that?
So I take it that's completely flat bottom when he makes it sits on the glass, and then you put your aragonite stuff around it.
Yeah.
I
mean, I was prepared to do it what I've done before, and obviously I've had with other builds I've done. I've put the feet on egg crate, just little bits of egg crate, just to keep him stable and spread the weight. But no, I was to be fair, mate. It comes on a pallet. I mean, it's not cheap. It comes on a pallet. The really good thing about him is he sends you up to date progress pictures, and you can literally say, I don't like that bit, or I want more of a overhang, or I want more of a branch, and he'll say, well, what about this? And you can't take the mickey too much with him, because you're paying for the project, but he's really good.
So you can't ask for a piece anatomically that looks like a cock.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure he'd do it for you.
Cock and balls. That's quite stable if you think about it.
It is, yeah.
Can I just have a big phallus?
Yeah, a big upside down one. with an overhang.
So I could just put a Zoa on the end.
Could do it just a phallic tank. Yeah, that's a good concept.
Yeah.
And you could grow coral, but growing into, that is quite, runs there.
Well, just think the bollocks would be covered in Bill's bollocks. The shaft would be Bruce Lee's boner. And then
No, you should have that rockscape, Rob, in your spawning tank, because that would make complete sense.
It would. Then that is good.
Now we're talking sense.
Yes. Yeah.
There goes Pelagic Swimmers channel. Can't believe the real Rob into the YouTube Rob.
I'm going to have to make a whole video about my identical twin who does these streams.
Say the word hole and he falls apart.
Oh dear.
Is there anything else you want to talk about scaping wise, Tom? Have you made your own scape in the past? I assume.
Oh, loads of times, and I've had some horrendous experiences.
What
they didn't involve breaking my toes, but well, I did one where I must have literally ripped one of my earlier builds. I must have literally ripped every little bit of oxygen out of the water because of how much milliput and whatever else I put in. So the fish were like,
I think the old scapes though were just like a fucking massive pile of rock, weren't they? Really?
Yeah, a massive pile of rock.
Yeah.
Me and the missus don't argue hardly ever in the 15 years we've been together, but rockscaping was definitely one of them. When you've gone through all the towels, all the clean tea towels in the drawer by trying to dry your hands, and they're covered in purple milliput that does not wash out, and
lowering a bommy down in a bra.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is she still wearing it?
No. Yeah, I've had some. I've built loads. I did the rod. I've done the acrylic rod thing.
So, did you use clear acrylic rod? Because I've used that before, and I found drilling and getting the rock to sit exactly the way I wanted it to sit, I couldn't get it. The Picani rock was so porous that when I was drilling, I wanted a perfect hole for the rod to go into, then stay at this really weird anti-gravity structure. Every time I drilled, bits inside the rock broke, and then the rod was just wiggling around. Okay, Rob, on you go.
I think
a little too loose of a hole.
Yeah.
I've tried doing the cement as well in water, and that was a nightmare.
Oh, I've never done it in water.
You have to get it to a point where it's nearly going off. So it's like obviously hard.
And then jam it in the hole real quick. And you go proper stiff. We all know where you're going.
Yeah. It's a good form of contraception if you think about it. It's just a permanent one.
Just reefing in general is a good contraception.
All of that stuff is just really messy though when you do it underwater, isn't it? Like any of those, you just think, is that good? Is that healthy? All that shit going into the
even
water?
the 2-part epoxy like stuff you roll together. Like if you do that underwater, like I've had to fix things before, and it makes a hell of a mess if you're not careful.
That's why I like the silicon-based one. That it doesn't break down at all, no clouding at all. The only issue
that's the Nios one.
That's
the tube with the two.
It's called Lyox or something.
That Nios one's shite.
Nios do one, a silicon-based one, don't they? You get the purple in one end of the tube and the white bit in the other end.
See, if you actually double-check the tube, you'll probably find out it's not made by Nios. It looks like it is made by Nios,
right.
And the branding, the Nios colours, but it's not. It's made by Lyox or something. It doesn't break down at all. It's amazing, and I use it for troublesome frags that I can't.
But Lee just said it's shit.
No, the Nios stuff is shit, but that stuff that Ron's on about, I don't know.
It's dynamite. It's really good. The only problem is it goes off really quick. Like
memory, when I've made my own, when I've done my own reef scopes in the past, I think the only thing that I will say is that you get it exactly how you like it, and then for some reason you try and add an extra bit because you think that more is better.
Yeah,
and then it just goes to pot.
Yep,
and they have to stop. Usually call yourself a dumb motherfucker right about there.
Yeah.
because it looked all right, but it doesn't no matter how long you spend, you cannot get it like it was when you first were happy with it.
It also looks different once it's in the tank.
Yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, you
does
gotta
definitely
think
look
about
different.
that.
Yep.
The depth of water perception throws everything off.
I've used PVC pipe as well before, as a stilt or a splint almost. So if you've got an awkward bit of rock that you're trying to, glue at an angle, create a ledge or whatever, and you want an overhang like you talked about earlier. Quite often
What, you mean temporarily, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like a little scaffold.
Just literally scaffold, just to let it go off, just to counter the weight and let it set over a couple of days, and then take it out. And then when you get back from work, you realise you've got to do it again at the weekend. So it's come off.
Now.
Yeah. No, I've done quite a few scapes. I think the biggest mistake I made with this one, with the ceramic, was that I should have somehow tried to seed it first. I accidentally dropped it. So I had this. This was the garage. Where are we? A couple of. Can you see that? A couple of years ago.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh.
It looks like Ed Lee went to tidy up.
So all the fish came out of that system. And I had fish in that system and in the Red Sea tank, my old tank, and I had to start to put them all together. And I was just rushing to get one tank because I was paying that much on the electric. It just got stupid. So I think in hindsight, I probably should have seeded the rock first, because I had, like Liam said earlier, me and him I think we started our tanks pretty much the same time. And I had so many issues with dinos. I mean,
a week apart, weren't it?
my phosphorus, because I used the phosphorus one, not the phosphate one. It just the maximum number's 200 from memory. It just blinked every time I did a test. It just blinked. I was like, what? It just blinked. Yeah.
Sorry, I missed yours, Lee, when you said about. Did you put yours straight in, like from firing from the shop, straight in the tank or not? Or did you? He did. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, back then I didn't know no different anyway.
Right.
It was just there, but I did put a load of live rock in with it as well. And there were
did you?
there were a load of live rock in sump as well.
Yeah, definitely helped. 100%.
Yeah, it would have, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, one of the things you can't see in mine is the big middle section. There's actually a big piece of tonga, which is it looks like a hand with fingers crossed all over. That sits and holds all that lot up, which is a really, really nice piece, which I've had for nearly 10 years.
Yeah, it does make it easier, I think, if you got
live rock is definitely going to be a thing again, 100%, even if it's going to be fake rock made live. Definitely.
Yeah.
So going down the screen, we've got a new member, Jack. I'll be honest, I didn't even know that was his name, but his screen name is Bearded Fish Guy. Are you there, Jack? Sometimes people join and then just disappear. Yeah.
Well, like that.
Jack's just here for a listen.
He did say he was going to be busy with the kids, so he said he would try and join. So we'll move on. So the last person on the screen is the birthday boy himself, Mr. Taters. Do you want to talk us through your aquascaping? I think it's. Am I right in thinking it's Stacks Rock you have currently?
Oh,
Taters, let's go you.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Taters has been known to fuck with me. So,
can I just ask a question? Whenever you've bought, this must be a Yorkshireman thing, but whenever you've bought live rock in the past, have you ever been that person that's tried to shake all the water off because you think it's going to be cheaper when it goes on the scales?
No, that's just you, Tom.
Because I have.
That wouldn't occur to me, to be honest.
Tom goes in with a giant fucking bath towel.
Yeah, he's got his Vax machine on it. It's sucking all the water.
It's a Karcher, actually, Robert. It's a Karcher.
Oh, sorry, right. Yeah. No. So that's just you, Tom. Yeah,
it's just me. Yeah.
I'm surprised Liam hasn't questioned your pronunciation of Karcher there, because I know he's a car detailer.
In a bag of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Tom looks most put out now. Dare you?
Tom's face, I don't give a fuck.
How does it feel to be Lee? How does it feel to be Lee, Tom?
Yeah.
Bless him.
So I think Jack and Russ are listening, but not taking part. So does anybody else have anything else they want to talk about aquascaping wise? I don't think we actually talked about would you do anything differently. I don't want to, obviously, we're now getting dangerously close to 2 hours, but after editing, it will be down to about 45 minutes.
Well, I'd like to add that for newer people who are aquascaping, it's not about we all talked about how we built, except for Rob, who just is the master of not planning shit. It's not about what your aquascape looks like. The corals are going to cover it up. You just have to have a plan, and don't over aquascape your tank, because you're just taking up space that maybe 15% of your space, 10% of your space is your rock. 40-50% is going to be your coral. So
yeah, I think it's easy to do in a bare tank. People just get obsessed with the aquascape, don't they? And then in 3 or 4 years' time,
especially if you come from a freshwater side of the hobby.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah, this aquascape here I absolutely adore. Not a day goes by that I don't look at my tank and go,
yeah, it does look quality.
Yeah.
It looks quality.
I fucking love it. But
it's like that special child. Someone has to love it.
Yeah.
Get Lee pipes up.
if I was to do it again, though, I would make the scape slightly smaller for exactly what Jim
just stand farther away.
Yeah. Let's get a bigger tank, Ron, surely.
No. It's
bigger tank solve all problems.
It's the exact size between the wall and the end of my desk. The desk can't go further.
Remove desk.
Smaller desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need a fucking desk.
We got all the answers. I mean, that wall behind you looks offensive. I don't see why it's there.
I might be getting a completely new office next spring.
Oh
no! Fuck. Are you gonna give your desk to one of your staff members who uses a bookshelf?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Now he'll just take, but then he'll take it away from him. As soon as he gives it to him, he'll take it away.
I'm gonna get a mega desk, like one of those little fucking beds that you used to get.
No, he'll make him pay. He'll make him pay for it, Jason, and take it out of the wages.
Yeah, well, rent it. You've got to rent your own desk. So bigger tank for 2025. Then that's all I heard.
Yeah, same here.
As that is, I was literally just hit the 2 hour mark, and we've talked very little about aquascaping. I think we'll wrap it up.
I think that went well.
I'm gonna have a spring roll.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the YouTube channel One Armed Reefer.
Yes, shout out Lee.
Yeah, shout out to.
I haven't put a video on for like 8 months, but I'm going to start doing it again.
Right.
That's probably why I didn't give you a shout out, and I'm probably going to edit this out as well. So,
fuck you, man.
Popey Bone Wank was his last video anyway, so it's probably not advisable to watch.
Hold on. Wow. Pokey bum wank, not pokey bone wank.
No.
What's a bum?
I thought you said bone.
No.
Pokey bone weight? Pokey bone weight? What?
Wow.
The bone weight? Look a bone away?
So, Tom, are you glad you joined?
Always.
It's always a day brightener, isn't it?
Of course it is, mate.
It's the reason why I fucking do
anything.
I just want to say that you guys so far taught me so much. It's such a pleasure being on here. The information I get is untrue. Unfortunately, it's fuck all to do with reefing, right? But still.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the hobby at all.
But now he knows why he's got 3 arseholes.
That and a Tonga branch. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody for joining this Sunday, especially the new people for joining us. It's been absolutely amazing. We do have an upcoming tank tour with Liam, who is on screen right now. So that's coming up. That's exciting. So stay tuned for that.
Are we just seeing the one, or are we seeing both of his tanks?
Well, that's up to Liam.
Oh,
You got 2 tanks?
he has got 2 tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the other one then?
Yeah.
He just went. Yeah.
I'm gonna miss that one, so you guys, take care of the shenanigans for me.
Well, as always,
Will do.
text in any comments you want me to make, Jason.
Yeah,
you know I
I'm going to
will.
miss it as well. I think.
Jason, I'll make sure to say fuck you to Ron.
Yeah,
when he-
thank you. Appreciate that. Fuck you,
you,
Ron.
Ron.
Yeah, fuck you, Ron. Thank you.
And I'll sit here and laugh the whole time in memory of Rob not being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have an amazing time, my man.
Yeah,
Thank
enjoy
you.
your diving.
Time.
Thank you very much.
Don't get
Yeah,
eaten by a
be
lizard.
safe.
Yeah.
Pick on your wife for not maintaining your take properly from a camera bar.
I will do. Being abusing
Okay.
over the microphone.
Why is this oxygen tank full of tea? Anyway, really nice to see you all. And of course, this conversation will continue over at the Discord audio channel.
Yeah.
Tom, I'll write an essay for you to show you where it is. And thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.
See you later.
Take care, everyone.
Take care.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I think you've been hacked by a freshwater person and they don't want to show your tank.
Boo.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, that's a sexy ass t-shirt you've got on.
Like that? Yeah.
Fucking love it.
Right.
If Jim and Jason both had theirs on, that would be like,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a test for my monitor.
I like it.
It's very cool. I do like it. The green and the pink go really well together.
How's it
You
going
stick
this
on
morning,
sleeves?
guys? No.
Do you
No
cut
sleeve.
them and then just leave it, or do you stop it?
You stitch a hem? You
threads?
stitch a hem?
No. You cut it right at where the sleeve is shown, like sewn on. I cut it just on the sleeve so that it doesn't come apart.
Get all
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Big,
Years of experience, guys.
big
Years of
purple
experience.
arm hair. It would look like. Here he is. He's got his t-shirt on as well. What is going on? Oh.
Lee, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, Christ, you make me laugh, Lee.
I can never tell if it's working or not.
Yay!
Here he is.
Thought
Yeah,
you were
just
just having a wee tug before we started recording. Let's see. I want to cover that back up.
No, it's just I never know if it's working or not, and I'm always really twitchy with technology.
Technology is to be avoided for shit like this. Just keep it simple. Fuck me.
Oh, do you do a special t-shirt with sleeves already cut off now?
He could have bought a vest, but it's not a
No.
vest he wants. It's a t-shirt without sleeves.
yeah.
Which,
Exactly.
Totally different thing.
Two different things.
Yeah.
does anybody
Afternoon,
make-
everybody.
How you
Hey,
doing,
Liam.
Liam?
Not bad,
Hello,
thank
mate.
you. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. Good to see you.
I used to do exact same thing with t-shirts back in 80s when I was goth.
What? Cut the sleeves off?
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you would what? When
Is
you
that
would
a
what?
goth? Is that a goth?
Goth.
Golf?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, God.
I
I
used to
thought you said a fucking moth. What's going on?
No, no.
They let you
No,
on the
90s.
course? Did you guys have like like dress attire for golfing? You're not allowed.
Oh my god!
Not
I'm just
golf.
thinking how apt this hobby is if he's attracted to light.
Yeah, I love AB plus.
I'm bumping into.
Lee was a golfer.
No, goth. Goth.
Jim's like, what the fuck are these words? Yeah, he was a goth. Faffing around at being a goth, he was.
Goth. B-O-double-F.
Back in the 90s when you were goth, like with the black hair and black eye makeup and.
Oh no, it was before the eye makeup. Back when I was goth, it just meant you listen to Mission and Sister of Mercy, and then all these that fucking got Whitby with all fucking eye makeup and that.
God, blimey, he jumped fucking quick there, didn't he?
They destroyed it. You know, we used to dress up like pirates. That was about as far as we went.
Wow.
Pirates.
I was at a fancy restaurant the other day, and a really fancy Spanish restaurant, and a fucking party of pirates came in to the bar. Fucking 100 pirates, like 100 fucking pirates, all dressed in pirate gear with fucking hats and shit. They lasted like fucking 5 minutes, and they booted them all out.
I say to fucking water plank, get out.
What the fuck?
It's not like a bar restaurant. It's like a fancy restaurant. They fucking walked, a bunch of pirates walked in.
That's random.
Table for 50 pirates.
Hola.
Ah, yes. Playing doubloons. Jesus.
Why you got a steering wheel in your pants? Arr, it's driving me nuts.
Oh, my jokes are bad. Christ.
Oh, this is just comedy gold for shenanigans. Just keep going. It makes my job so much easier.
Yeah, just do 2 hours of this and then go, oh, and I put some fucking rock in the tank.
That's the way it used to be done, right? Just drop it in.
It's pretty much what I did.
I just bought custom skates. And that was it.
Don't give it away, Lee.
High roller.
We're not to that part yet, Lee.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
don't be prematurely.
We got to get through the fucking off part first.
Found some fucking glue. That's good. I've been looking for.
Where was it?
He's got props.
Yeah,
He's got
I
his
didn't-
props.
Didn't see where he pulled that from.
It just,
It was stuff here.
Just appeared.
It was next to me dolls.
oh,
right.
Your doll's over.
I thought it was one of those prison pocket things.
Gonna fart me
Hey
some
guys,
super
my
glue,
wife walked up to me last night. I'm sitting there watching TV. She said, "Do you know what boofing is?"
Why does she know?
Yeah, he's interested.
Somebody brought it up. Somebody brought it up on her airplane. I don't know where, but somebody brought it up. She saw it on a TikTok. She saw it on a TikTok.
Right.
She's like, "What the fuck is boofing?"
Brilliant.
Let's just get rid of that app right now.